Clinton Jaws. Hi, everyone. Check out my website at clintonjaws.com, okay? It's fun. It's fun on that website. Colton. I'm agitated. Have you noticed?
Just a little bit.
Oh, you don't even know. Like, you came here, you set things up, and I don't really like talking because I want to save it for this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that about me?
No, I did not.
Okay. Because why not save it for this? But I'm angry. I'm upset. And this is why. Okay, I did a video. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I did a video about Halifax. This police officer in Halifax, he retires after 34 years, writes an email to his boss saying F you at the very end, okay? I do the video. And the whole point of doing the video is the final second of the video. I wake up this morning, guess what happened?
What happened?
The final second is deleted.
Really?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, listen to this. You got to listen to this. All that work I put into this video for the final second, and it's gone. Here we go. Enough said. Cheers, Kevin. P.S. Kinsella and Nira. Gone. Gone. Try that again. For having his picture in the APB. Have you ever wondered why? There are members who still must serve under Kinsella and Ritchie, who are embarrassments to policing. Trust me, things will get better. They can't get any worse. Enough said. Cheers, Kevin. P.S. Kinsella and Nira. Go F yourselves. They deleted it. Tell me why. Why is that gone?
Who, YouTube?
Who?
I don't know.
You're the pro.
You
know all about this stuff.
I've never heard of that happening.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And when did they do it?
Is it it's in the original file that you uploaded?
Oh yeah, I watched that video several times. Especially the ending. I made the video for the ending. Gone.
Did you actually say go F yourself?
Yeah.
Not censored?
No, you're allowed to swear on YouTube.
Oh, I know. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I said those words. I actually swore. I was reading his email. You know what? I feel like this is the beginning of the end of this. That's what I feel like.
I just started.
Huh?
I just started. You can't be the end.
Then maybe it's your, I don't know. Maybe your bad luck.
Probably. That's my wife.
You have no
saying.
answers for me, though, eh?
I have nothing. I have no idea.
You know what I feel like? Obviously, somebody's behind it. Who would that be? Who would be behind this, if you had to guess? Is it YouTube, or is there somebody complaining to YouTube? Because I could see police officers complaining about that episode. Isn't it amazing though, that when I go to tell my side of the story, we go to tell our side of the story. Nobody else is telling this side of the story. No media is picking up this side of the story, what this sergeant went through for 34 years. They censor it. You're not allowed to talk that way. You're not allowed to bring it up. I feel like the police in Halifax are behind it. The bigwigs that I spoke about. What, I can't speak about Halifax police officers? For like 2 years, the media has been on a rampage on how terrible police officers are. And then I bring up another side, disagreeing with systemic racism, telling people what actually cops go through, and they censor it. It's almost like the bullies are behind it. What do bullies do, right? You're supposed to stand up to a bully, and the bully's supposed to crumple, right? You're supposed to... No. You stand up to a bully police officer, 9 times out of 10, you'll never win. That's the atmosphere of being a cop. Am I making any sense?
No, you make complete sense.
You're not saying anything.
Because I'm trying to compress, not compress,
You're trying to figure it out, right?
figure it out. Yeah, because this is
baffling.
This is new. I've never heard of things like this. I've never heard of YouTube taking something out so quickly. I've never seen YouTube do anything quickly besides for their advertisers. I wonder if you got reported.
Well, I'm talking about police. I'm talking about lawyers. And of course I got reported. Of course that's what happened. But isn't it something that YouTube didn't even tell me about it? They didn't even tell me about it. There's no, hey, Jaws, you got a strike. Or, hey, Jaws, we did this to your video. We took a second off. By the way, I don't like this angle.
No?
No.
You can't even see it.
I look bald on one side when I turn to you. I don't like it. Yeah, I do.
How can you tell?
I can tell. I've been watching my videos.
What about 4 camera angles?
I don't know. I guess we could just get off this topic, right?
I
don't like it when I turn to my side, too. I look really old.
You don't look a day past 60.
Anyway, so I contacted YouTube, and we chatted. We chatted for a while, and they said, I'll give you an answer by the end of the day what happened. What do I do with this video now? Do I re-upload it?
You could do that. You have a website. You could put it on. Uncensored, nothing.
Okay, and how are people going to know that I added it to my website, clintonjaws.com?
They'll know now. You just said it.
Yeah.
Go to clintonjaws.com and watch the video there.
But they have to be like a subscriber. They have to be a watcher of my show to know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't seem right.
Well, I mean, you just pimp it out. Say I have the uncensored video on my site. Because it's for your subscribers.
Maybe I'll put the last 5 minutes of me just reading the letter.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Brutal. What's going on, man? There's some weird stuff going on.
Oh, I bet.
I feel it. I feel like I'm back in the police world. And that feeling of being bullied. Even though, am I? But it feels that way. And when I usually feel that, when I feel like there's something going on, I sound paranoid. There usually is. I feel like this aura around me of bulliness is coming at me. I'm really pissing off a lot of people.
How does that make you feel when you piss them off? Do you feel like you're making a difference, or?
I'm not trying to piss them off.
No?
I don't know. I'm just trying to tell the truth. Tell my side, my story, without writing a book. Speaking of books, I asked you the other day, I said, Colton, what do you do? You said, I got to go back to my day job, Clint. And I said, what's your day job? You probably didn't like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, man, you do so much. I don't know.
I do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot. I mean,
What are you?
I'm a man of jack of all trades.
No, what was
master
your
of none.
answer when I said, what's your day job?
My day job is book publishing.
Okay. Hold on. I don't get it. So, if I wrote a book, I'm just going to say, Amazon, sell it. Right?
You can. That's called self-publishing.
Okay. So, if I wrote a book and I gave you the book and I said, publish this book, what would you do to the book?
Well, I would look at it, make sure it's a good book. Make sure.
It has to be a good book.
It has to be a good book. It has to be a great book.
So, when you say you look at it, do you just flip through it a little bit?
I have a team of staff that go through the books and they adjust to see if they're good enough quality for it. Like we have certain criteria. Like
what do you mean by they go through it?
They read it.
Okay, they read the book. Do you read the book?
I read the book after it gets accepted.
Is business booming?
Business is doing okay.
Okay.
Business has been better, but business is doing sustainable.
Okay, and your wife,
Tanya.
Is that her name?
No.
Yeah.
Abrielle. Abby. Abby.
Yes. She helps you out with this, or she's a main player in that, right?
Yeah. She's kind of like an assistant.
When did you guys get married?
July 11th.
I know I already asked you this. July 11th. So this year.
7-11. Last year, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you got married at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and we had 7-Eleven dinner afterwards.
Honest to God, you got married at 7-Eleven, didn't you?
No, not at 7-Eleven.
You told me.
We got married on
you told me we got married at 7-Eleven.
I joked about it.
Oh, I thought you were
and then
serious.
I said we got married at a park after.
Oh, okay. So how did 7-Eleven come into it? Was that the date? What?
It was a joke.
Did you go to 7-Eleven?
We did go to 7-Eleven after the wedding and had dinner. We actually bought 7-Eleven pizza. It was an elopement.
Oh.
We had like 3 people there, the pastor, 2 witnesses, and us, and a camera person.
In 7-Eleven?
No, at the wedding.
Oh.
And then we did the wedding. Our parents weren't even there.
Okay, that's nice. I'm not really interested in the wedding part. But after the wedding, you go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Who goes?
Me and my wife.
And what do you buy? I want to know exactly what you bought at 7-Eleven.
A pizza.
What time is it?
And a root beer. We got married at 7:11 p.m.
Yeah.
And so it would have been about an hour and a half later. So about, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
And whose idea was it? Hey, hon, let's go down to 7-Eleven.
We joked about getting married on 7-Eleven because the date worked. And it's like, oh, it's 7-Eleven.
Oh.
And then we just decided, let's just do it. And then we said, okay, and afterwards, one of us said, I can't remember who, let's go to 7-Eleven after. So we did it. We went to 7-Eleven.
Nice.
We're kind of corny.
Mm-hmm. It's a cute story, though. Then what'd you do? I don't want to know. Okay, was that the first time you guys...
No.
No?
No.
Oh, nice. Nice. You know what my wife said to me? Do not put carpet in here. Guys, I got beautiful carpet in here, and I'm really proud of it. And she goes, do not put carpet in here. You're going to spill drinks. What's so funny?
Nothing. Continue your story.
Colton buys me a coffee. I didn't even take a sip out of it from Starbucks. Am I keeping you up over there?
Yeah, you are.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Spills it. The whole thing, the entirety on the carpet. I know right now people are going, you're kind of hard on the guy. You're being a jerk. He spilled an entire thing. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
You know,
are you on your phone? You're doing a lot of things over there.
Yeah. I have a lot to keep track of.
Okay.
I just took off the watch because it kept dinging. You know, I was just thinking that your life today wasn't hard enough and you needed a distraction, and just bumping the table just would have made it a million times worse. So it just was see, you're on your phone too.
No, I'm shutting it off.
I threw mine on the ground.
Nice.
It was funny because I told him I needed light in here so I wouldn't spill anything. So then I go grab something and then I spill something while there's light going on in here.
I don't know. You had to be the first to do that, right? That stain will be there forever. I'm telling you that right now.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
You'll never get it out.
We can stain.
That's a lot of coffee.
Yeah, that is a lot of coffee.
Okay, I feel a little bit better. But I'm slightly worried. Worried.
About the stain or?
No. Just about what's going on. Yeah, you create a YouTube channel and there's seconds missing from it. It's nerving. Anyways, I'll stop talking about it. There's no point talking about it anymore. And you're doing a good job today speaking into the mic. The last time we did this, you weren't talking into the mic. It was weird. What was going on?
This is a.
And do you remember the sheet that you had behind you? He comes here with his bed sheet.
It's not a bed sheet.
It throws it behind him.
It's a black screen.
You don't even iron it. It was nasty. I did this.
It was.
I did this. You see this?
It was better than what we had there. Just light coming in. You couldn't even see me.
Well, that's better.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Slightly. Bed sheet, dude.
It's not a bed sheet.
I'm gonna look back at that. I'm gonna show a picture of it right now. Look at the bed sheet. Nasty.
It's a green screen, black sheet.
I'm just surprised that you were okay with that. Your background. Oh yeah, you're speaking into the mic.
Yeah, because I got a new mic. Can actually pick up.
That last mic was an M58.
It isn't, but the way it picks you up, like here, I could be over here and it picks it the same. But that mic is meant directional.
Isn't that weird? Because that mic is about $15 you got there.
Oh no, God
no. And I love the thin black arms that it's attached to there.
The stand's $15 maybe. That helps me edit. It makes it easier.
Okay, guys. The camera just shut off. Colton, can you tell me why the camera shut off while I was speaking?
Because it overheated.
It overheated?
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to buy one of those?
No, we had the dummy battery plugged in for like 5 days.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's constantly on.
How do you know it's on? Right now?
I can see it right there.
I don't know, dude.
I got the red dot. Do you want to see?
No.
Right there.
Okay.
You're good. Don't worry. I got you.
I don't know. We got a lot of kinks we need to work out, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm coming across like a jerk. I don't mean to. I'm agitated still. And I'm going to take a couple of calls today from some subscribers. They got some interesting questions. And yeah. And while the camera was off, guess what happened? YouTube got back to me.
Oh, good.
I'm going to read it to you.
Please do.
Hi, Clinton. Thanks for reaching us via chat. I know it's odd to see that your video has a missing portion, specifically on the last part of it. I've carefully checked, and we didn't see any sign that your content had violated our policy, which may you think that caused the issue. I don't know what. She's not even speaking English. Rest assured that your content is working as intended. You may want to check our help center, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you have any questions. So what is that? How does a second from my video get deleted? They're not telling me the truth. I want to get to the bottom of this. Somebody can't do that, right? Like just a Joe Blow.
No, that can't be done. It's on here too, isn't it?
This is a big scoop. Okay, let's take some calls.
Let's do it.
Thanks for being here.
I'm always there for you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. These calls test me, you know that?
A serving member out of Alberta. I just came...
Alberta, thanks for calling, dude. Hey, guys, 604-330-2512. Call the hotline number.
Across your podcast on YouTube recently, since at work they unlocked YouTube for us now, so many of us were using it for courses and stuff that it wasn't working on Agora and whatnot, that they finally caved in, I guess, and let us be on YouTube.
Right on. Remember when you weren't allowed to be on Facebook and all the members had to create a fake name? That's good. You can watch me on YouTube at work for now. Who knows how long this channel is going to be around for.
So anyway, yeah, I just came across your channel randomly one day. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm working at my desk. And yeah, I just wanted to say good job. And got coming up to 5 years of service now. I'm like
5 years of service. I was the smartest, the sharpest at 5 years of service. I think you're at your what word am I looking for, Colton?
Prime.
Prime, thank you. You're at your prime. When I left Duncan, I went to Langley, and guess what happened? I became stupid. I became a number. I was like the 16th constable. They didn't care about my prime skills. They didn't care that I was an acting watch commander for a long time over there. And I lost those skills. I used to have an answer for everything. You would come to me, I would be able to answer it. I got dumb when I went to Langley.
Second post, and I love what I do, but I saw your recent video of calling out police officers who are off-duty sick.
Calling out police officers that are off-duty sick, and yeah, I don't think you do it. I don't think you call out police officers that are off-duty sick. Look at Jennifer Pound. Could you imagine if you called her out when she was off-duty sick? It can lead to a bad thing. It's a road that you don't want to go down. They have enough pressure, believe me. People are knocking on their door. Hey, Jennifer, when you getting back to work? When you coming back to work? Yeah, you got PTSD. Tough. Hurry up. Come on back. They got enough stress. Could you imagine calling somebody out who is ODS, and they go home and commit suicide over that. Police officers commit suicide, guys. And yes, are there members that are sucking the system and faking it? Probably, but who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, I agree with you in most ways. Some ways, we all disagree on certain things. That's what makes us human. But what's your opinion on lazy members specifically? You might have your own opinion. I might have my own opinion. I think we all share the same opinion. But yeah, I mean, when some members tell me that they want to join a section such as federal serious organized crime, just like me, and I want to join that, and I say, well, what have you done? Oh, well, I wrote one order, a judicial authorization in my whole 5 years, and then now I'm sitting here going, well, that won't work. You got to do a lot more than that. Like, I've written 3 this past fall alone. So anyway, yeah, and then same thing, just members going home, like where I am right now. Some members go home for over half their shift, over half 10-hour shift. They're sitting at home because we're not a very run and gun posting here at my second post. So anyway, yeah, I just don't like it when people are kind of lazy, and maybe there's something behind there. Maybe there's a mental sickness going on,
illness,
or PTSD of some sorts,
maybe,
or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, love what you're doing. Keep it up. Thanks very much.
Thanks, dude. And that is true. You become a slug when you're suffering mentally. And what do you mean? Like, you have members that go home for half their shift. That's a new one. I haven't heard of that one. I don't know. That's weird. Isn't that weird? That's weird. That's strange. I used to go home for lunch or dinner. That was a great part of living where I worked. Nothing wrong with that. But going home, I don't know how they get away with that. I don't know. Lazy members, right? I hated lazy members. And I focused way too much attention on the lazy members. Now, your job as a police officer is to take the calls, to take the investigations. Now, are you calling them lazy because they're not writing warrants to get into the federal section? Because I wouldn't be concerned about that as long as they're going to work and doing their job and you guys are taking the equal amount share of files. That used to drive me nuts, that I would be taking 50% more than other people. And there was a guy on my watch, and I hated him for it, and he was always sick and never at home. And I look back now, I feel bad because he wasn't coping properly. He was suffering. And I didn't know that when I had 5 years service. I didn't realize it. And also, are they lazy? Because there's a difference between lazy members and members who work slow. We had a guy on our watch, Darcy, okay? He was on our watch. I guess I shouldn't have used his real name, but oh well. And the members constantly came up to me and said, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. Sometimes I would say, well, what did he say when you told him that? But he was one of the hardest workers on our job. On our did you just yawn?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We've been doing with our flood, and I've been up late doing the things there.
Okay. He was one of the hardest workers on our watch, but slow as molasses. So there's a difference. Like, what do you do with that, right? I tried. I used to go to his calls so I could help him conclude. I was trying to show him how to conclude a file. Every time he'd have a file, he would investigate the living hell out of it, where a lot of members would conclude it right away. I don't know. Your question is, how do you fix lazy members? Sometimes you can't. No matter where you go, you are always going to have a DFer on your watch. And really, you know what? Why do we dance around it? Like, oh yeah, Darcy's not taking enough files. Like, why We're adults. We're police officers. Why are you going up to the watch commander? Can you help? Watch commander? What's that saying called? The elephant in the room. Is that what? How do you say it?
There's the elephant in the room, but that's like...
Yeah, the elephant in the room was, Darcy was lazy. And that's a bad example using Darcy. Let's say Sharon was lazy. The elephant's in the room. Nobody's really, they're dancing around it. Why isn't it open? Like, why isn't it known that Sharon is lazy? Like, why are we dancing around it? Why can't we just say, Sharon, you're lazy? Why can't you say that? We used to do that. We used to do that all the time. And I would say to Dave, I'd be like, Dave, are you on strike today? I know I've said that 1,000 times over. If they're lazy, call them lazy. Are you not working today? Are you not working today? What's wrong with saying that? Did that make sense?
I have a question.
I don't feel like I'm coming across properly. Like I don't feel like I'm making sense.
I understand you.
Okay.
How do you tell the difference between somebody who's lazy and somebody who's depressed or going through mental struggles? Because those can come across as the same thing.
Oh God, dude, that's an hour. It is tough.
Is there a system in place?
No, there's no system in place.
So there's no like you go see a counselor once a month mandatory?
No. And it's hard to recognize it. And I didn't always recognize it. And you're asking me, I mean, that's an episode. How do you recognize a police officer that is a slug because they are going through something bad? Right? That's your question.
Basically, yeah. Because sounds like that could be a lot of the issues.
It is a lot of the issues.
And is it when you're a comp, you're hired for, let's say, 10 hours, 12 hours? 12 hours?
Depends. It's usually two day shifts, 2 night shifts, 4 on, 4 off, 12-hour shifts. Okay,
so aren't you pretty much hired to pretty much do what you're told to do within reason during that time? So why are people complaining about the calls that they get?
You have 5 people on the watch. You got 1 person sitting at a computer working on their investigations, and they're ignoring the radio. Everybody else is going to these calls, right?
Yeah.
Somebody calls in. You got to go as a police officer. But Darren, he's sitting there all night. And then you look over and you see they're on Google. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It drives you up the wall. Drives you crazy. And I'm just saying, hey, Darren, why are you on Google? Why not just say that? Are you going to take any files today, Darren? Huh? Are you going to do something tonight? Why not talk about it?
Oh, yeah, talk to him. I see what you mean. Yeah,
I had a
talk to him.
Listen to this.
Sure.
I'm acting watch commander, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of acting watch commanders don't take files. A lot of watch commanders don't take files. And if you're a watch commander, there's nothing stopping you from going out on the road and taking a file. I learned from the best, Brad Sawchuk, and he would do that. He would take the odd file sometimes it'd be an assault, a big investigation. That required a lot of work. That's why I said a big investigation. And he would go out and he would take files. And that really helped us out as a watch commander. And I remember being an acting watch commander one night, sits a base and comes up to me, and I can't remember what she said, but it was witty, it was smart, and it was like, ugh. I can't remember, but it was like, because I hadn't taken any calls. Sits a basin. Made me realize that I hadn't. It kind of embarrassed me, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I'll get the next one. I go to Port Alberni years later as a watch commander, and I know this is long. Oh my God, this is so long. But I'm sitting at my desk, and I get an email from the inspector, and I remember exactly what he said. Okay, he goes, Clint, I was just in your watch queue, and I see that you are taking the same amount of files as the rest of the constables. That is not your role. Isn't that something? That is my role. I wanted it to be my role. Why can't that be my role? When I went to Port Alberni, I wanted to be the watch commander. There's 4 watch commanders that went on the road and took files that really helped the watch. My inspector kiboshed it. He didn't want me to do that. That's not my role. Why not? Maybe it should be every watch commander's role. I was the only watch commander out of 4 doing it. I was doing something different, and I think I was doing something right. And I went off on a tangent. Did I answer your question?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, let's go to another call.
Let's do it.
And I think this members hate lazy members. I don't blame you one bit. But you're going to sometimes they're lazy before they became a cop. Sometimes it's impossible to change it. This guy.
Hey, Clint. Name's Brian. The reason I'm calling, I just want to know how you would deal with a situation.
Let me turn it up.
Yeah.
You got a lot of editing to do today.
Oh,
You
all
got
today?
one of your partners working the same beat as you, and he's not pulling his weight. You're taking all the calls, you're grinding, you're doing everything you want to do your job, and they're just not pulling their weight.
See, it's a big problem, right?
I feel like we've heard this before.
Yeah. It's a big problem. It's one of the things that upsets members the most. And like I said, you're always going to have at least one on your watch. Talk about it.
How do you confront them on this?
You say it.
Tell me your thoughts. Again, appreciate all your...
You're not working today? Everybody else is working. You know, it's better if you have a good relationship with people so that you can talk about that more easily. If you have a good relationship with your partner, and I'm not talking about sexually, where you guys can kind of bug each other, poke at each other, it's easy to say, oh my God, Dad, can you do something? Why aren't you taking any calls? Why not just talk about it?
content, and you're kicking ass, man. Thanks again. Bye.
Thanks, dude. Thanks
Hey,
for...
Clint. Name's Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for calling, man. I love it when you guys call. I love it. Anybody can call. Girls can call. Civilians can call. Police officers can call. 604-330-2512. And Colton, anything? Did I really answer his question? I guess I answered it.
Sounds like communication and a good rapport is good with all your working members and the staff. And it sounds like the RCMP lacks the communication and rapport that it needs.
Maybe members are just worried to say anything because they think they think it's being a bully. You know what I mean? If I say anything to them, I'm being a bully.
Well, you got to say it the right way, though. You could go off and you have to have the right rapport to go off and
I'm
say.
so tired of saying the things the right way. You know what I mean? Why can't you just say it? Why can't you have the conversation? You need to have the conversation.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between going, what are you on strike today versus, talking to them first. Because you got to make sure they can
That's a good point.
Appreciate it
Hey,
more.
Bill, something going on?
Yeah.
Are you doing all right, man? Because I noticed that you took one investigation tonight, and I don't know, John took 10. That's a good point.
Yeah, maybe they have wife troubles or kid troubles or somebody passed away.
Guaranteed they do. Guaranteed they do. Okay, let's end it.
Let's end it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Positive?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want another cup of coffee?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I won't spill it.
Thanks for coming, Colton.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Anytime.
Subscribe? If
No.
I'm still here, I feel like my channel's going to be taken away from me. Who knows? We'll see. I'll try to get to the bottom of it. And thanks for watching.
Oh, you have a Facebook page.
Yeah, who cares? Bye-bye. Throw her together.
What's that?